also forms the part of the wall of the nasal septum. Sphenoid. Sphenoid is a butterfly-like bone. It has a body with a shallow fossa which is known as the hypophyseal fossa. Also on each side has a lesser wing and a greater wing. The greater wing has number of foramina. The palatine bone. Two palatine bones. Each palatine bone has a horizontal process which forms the posterior part of the hard palate, and a vertical plate vomer is a single bone which forms the septum of the nose. Inferior nasal concha is also a separate bone. The nasal bone. Are one on each side with an internasal suture. The nasal bone is one of the commonest bones of the face to get fractured. Lacrimal is a delicate bone in the medial wall of the orbit. It usually gets broken, and the lacrimal bone lodges the lacrimal sac. The maxilla. Maxilla bone forms the bone of the face. It contains the biggest air sinus, which is known as the maxillary air sinus. The maxillary sinusitis is the commonest, as its opening is not at the bottom but towards the upper wall. It has got processes. One is the frontal process, the alveolar process which lodges 8 teeth, zygomatic process which forms part of the zygomatic arch, and the palatine process which forms the anterior 2/3 of the hard palate. It has got surfaces, anterior surface which gives attachment to muscles of facial expression, medial surface which shows the air sinus, posterior surface, and an orbital surface which forms the floor of the orbit. This maxilla bone is related to branches of the maxillary nerve. Zygomatic. Zygomatic bone forms the prominence of the cheek. It has a frontal process, temporal process, maxillary process, and it shows a small zygomatic foramen. Vomer forms part of the nasal cavity and is a single bone. Mandible is again a single bone, and it is the largest bone of the face. It has a horseshoe shaped base or body and 2 rami. The rami have 2 processes each. The anterior one narrow is the coronoid process, and posterior one is the condylar process. The condylar process forms the important temporomandibular joint, at which movements of depression, elevation, and side to side movement, and protraction and retraction occurs. The various normas. The norma verticalis. Norma verticalis, one sees the coronal suture, between the two parietal bones and the frontal bone, the sagittal suture between the two parietal bones, the lambdoid suture between the two parietals and the occipital bone. Vertex is the highest point on the sagittal suture. Bregma is the junction of coronal and sagittal sutures. Here lies the anterior fontanelle at birth. Norma occipitalis. The skull as seen from the back is known as norma occipitalis. It shows the lambdoid suture, occipitomastoid suture and parieto-mastoid suture. The external occipital protuberance at the junction of head and neck is seen. It is also known as the inion. Extending laterally on each side are superior nuchal lines which give attachment to sternocleidomastoid laterally, which is known as the chin turning muscle, and trapezius medially, which is known as the shrugging muscle. The view of the skull seen from the front is known as norma frontalis. It shows the frontal bone, the two nasal bones, internasal suture, frontonasal suture. Orbits are present below the frontal bone on each side of the nasal cavity. Nasion is a point at the root of nose at the junction of internasal and frontonasal sutures. Supraorbital margin is above the orbit. It reveals supraorbital foramen or notch at the junction of medial 1/3 and lateral 2/3. Infraorbital margin formed by maxilla and zygomatic bones. Lateral orbital margin by processes of frontal and zygomatic bone. Medial margin by parts of frontal and maxilla bones. The external nose contains only two nasal bones, rest are all cartilages. Maxilla contributes greatly to face. It shows infraorbital foramen, incisive fossa and canine fossa. Maxilla has 4 processes. These have been mentioned. The zygomatic bone lies below and lateral to the orbit, forming the prominence of the cheek. Mandible forms the lower jaw. Head of mandible forms important mobile temporomandibular joint with the temporal bone. There is chin in the center, union of two halves of mandible, and mental foramen lies lateral to chin. Norma lateralis. This is the lateral view of the skull. It shows two temporal lines, superior and inferior. The superior line starts from the frontal bone, ascends on the parietal bone and fades away posteriorly. The inferior temporal line again starts from the frontal bone, runs across the parietal, turns downwards above mastoid process as supramastoid crest and continues as the posterior root of zygoma. The zygomatic arch is formed by zygomatic bone and squamous temporal bone. Posterior part of zygomatic arch is called zygoma. Zygoma is attached to squamous temporal by two roots.